he would basically, let's go into this. So let's get back into this. When the Wither Storms attack and they're running away. Now this is when it first attacks. They're running away when Petra gets caught. Up and Jesse is grabbing her while Christian pulls out his diamond sword and cuts somehow through the beam that's pulling her up. He goes right through it, going ugh. As he pulls out a bow and then shoots it at it, right at its eye. It goes as the beam goes away, as they run away. He goes as he shoots more of them, going as he tells them to go to the Order of the Stone Base, and then they make it there. Christian says, guys, where are we gonna go? Jesse says, I don't really know. He says, let's go through the portal. I actually have a base in the Nether. He goes, you do? He says, get in there! As he punches Jesse in there. As the tentacle comes at him, which he cuts in half with his diamond sword, going As Petra gets caught, he jumps up, cuts another one as he grabs Petra out, going He says, don't worry about me, just get out of here. He shoots a bow and arrow at its eye again as it stops. As he shoots another one where it's holding Gabriel, he goes, come on Gabriel, let's go! He almost makes it, but then he's caught. Christian shoots one more arrow, defeating the tentacle, but then he's smacked into the portal. He goes, ah! As his diamond sword's about to fall off into the lava, but he catches it, but then he slides off, hanging with one hand. He goes, ah, help me! As Jesse goes, gotcha! He goes, thanks, Jesse. Axel! Is Axel and Olivia and Lucas okay? He says, Jesse says, where's Petra? He goes, she got caught, but then I cut off the tentacle that she was getting caught to, but then another one came and slapped me in. So she's fighting on her own now, along with Gabriel. As Ivor walks out. And does Ivor. As they just head to the minecarts. And then they'd finally make it. When they make it, after that they decide to build a shelter. Christian suggests they build an underground hut. Axel says they should build an above ground, and Olivia says let's build a treehouse. Christian says, and Jesse says let's build a treehouse. As they build one, and Christian says there's literally no roof above us. This is mad cold. As they decide to cover it, going my recital. I think it's very. This is my recital. I think it's very vital. As he goes, there we go. As they do all that crap, and the Lucas arguing about the food. Then Christian says, I already have food. You guys don't need to argue. I have bread, some carrots, an apple. But I'm not going to eat this. We're not going to use this apple. As they start more and more. As then he feeds them bread and cookies. Then they go home. Then they head to the temple. Christian says, as they're looking through, they decide to have Jesse and her and Olivia go to, what's her name again? Alright. Whatever her name is. They'd go for whatever her name is, and when they left a couple of hours later, Axel would leave for Magnus. For some reason I can name everyone except for the builder girl's name. I forgot her name. Oh yeah, Ellegaard. Her name's Ellegaard. So they'd leave to go get Ellegaard. Well, Axel would go get Magnus, asked Christian if he wants to go, but he said no, he's staying here, he's going for something else. No. when I finish off this video. Alright, so back to this. So, he's reading a book. He goes, now that's interesting. I need netherite ingot, a golden apple, and diamonds. I have netherite, and I have apples. Looks like I'm gonna have to go mining. He goes, hey Lucas, do you mind staying here? He goes, why? He goes, because I need to go mine for some diamonds and gold. I have a little bit, I have 1 gold, but that's not even close to what I need. As he goes out to mine. Later on, Petra, of course, would return, and all that crap. Jesse would return with, Jesse and Olivia would return with Ellegaard, and Axel would return with Magnus. And Jesse asked Lucas, where the hell is Christian? And he says he went mining, because he said that he saw something in a book that he'd like to replica, and it's a really good idea. He said he needed some gold and some diamonds. He says, oh yeah, and look who came back, Petra. He walks, Christian finally makes it back saying, hi guys. He goes, they say, you're back. He says, Lucas says, did you get what you needed? He says, yep, but I still don't have enough. Because you know what I need? I need 1 more piece of gold. I need 1 more golden ingot. Does anyone here have golden ingot? Ellegaard says no. Magnus says no. Ow! Oh, lip. Then Jesse says, wait, we do. Remember Olivia? From Ellegaard's place, she let us have some. Isn't that right, Ellegaard? He goes, oh yeah, I let you guys have some. Here, take a piece of gold. He goes, there we go. Now, if I just put this on a crafting table, I could craft something really cool. This will help us out. But we can't use it yet. As he crafts it and goes, oh! As he quickly puts it in his pocket so they don't see, saying that it's a surprise and they can't use it yet. Next, let's just go out to where they go to find Soren. At the base, blah blah blah, with the Ivor crap, blah blah blah. When they get there, they do all that Soren crap, then they go through the Enderman crap. Then they'd head back to fight the Witherstorm. They'd rush towards it, going, as they rush after Witherstorm, with Jesse with his brand new Ellegaard armor, and ready to fight with his new Formida bomb. As Christian's not there because he had to do he got knocked out by some ender. He was experimenting. When all of them are smacked back, and they see an ender pearl hit the ground right in the middle of them, Christian appears going ching with his arms across, going, "You've hurt a lot of my friends, Witherstorm. Now I think it's time I hurt you." He goes as he slams something against the ground. As then a netherite robot appears. Yeah, this is something you can craft in Minecraft with this mod. He goes, this is what I've been building this entire time, a netherite robot. He goes, let's go, as he launches all kinds of attacks at it. The worst one, which is wrecking it. He goes, go Jesse! As he goes, he says, I also crafted this! As he has a gauntlet in his hand, and he shoots out a purple beam out of it, saying, this is the netherite gauntlet! Which is annihilating the entire thing, as it's wiping out all its tentacles. He pulls out his diamond sword and starts cutting through them with his gauntlet hand, with his other hand, while his gauntlet is burning through. As he goes, then he crouches down, and then he starts to glow yellow as he jumps into the sky. Then he goes, and his fist turns green. His gauntlet hand turns green, going, as he crushes the top of it. Then he pulls out a pickaxe and starts to break into it, going. Then he places tons of dynamite on the top of it, and then goes, see ya, loser, as he throws flint and steel on it. As he falls down, the Witherstorm catches him, but he says, as everyone's worried that he's gonna get hurt. But then, the Witherstorm gets exploded on the top of its head. He goes, ooh. Everyone goes, whoa. He goes, now that's some technical skill. As he pulls out his sword and cuts off the tentacles, backflipping, landing on the ground, going, As he goes, he goes, let me call it like, as he keeps on shooting tons of things at it, and it's really wrecking. Jesse throws the Formida Bomb, which nukes the entire thing. Then they get Gabriel out, and Gabriel lost his memory. Then they see the command block. Then the Witherstorm comes back. Christian's robot is destroyed. Dang it, my robot! As they run away, he doesn't need to jump on a horse, because he pulls out a potion and throws it at the ground to make him speedier. As he throws it at Jesse and all of them, and then they get to run faster. Then they make it, and then Petra's sick at the cave. They decide to split up. Christian says that he's going by himself, and Jesse asks him why he always goes by himself. And Christian says because he does things better as a solo. He says, see ya, friend. As he jumps out of there, then he pulls out an Elantra as he flies off, going, Jesse says, he has an Elantra? What else does he have? Petra says he did go on like a 10-year journey to the Nether, so he must have gotten everything there. Christian says, I could probably use this. As he makes some new diamond armor, as he puts it on, going, He also creates netherite weapons, like a netherite pickaxe, a netherite sword, a netherite shovel, and a netherite, and he also has multiple armor stands with armor on it, with diamond armor on it. And he waits for and then he shoots a giant firework into the sky, which Jesse and his team sees. Now this is after they've gotten the whole Oro Stone crap ready, and this is like when they're ready to go to their final encounter. Jesse's got a diamond sword, and they all follow it to the light. He goes, hey guys, like my new house? It's got tons of brand new things. As he laughs, going, I'm ready. There's tons of armor in here for you guys if you want them. As he says, As they take all the things they need, as he's got an enchanted bow now, and all of his netherite weapons are enchanted along with his armor. He smiles, going that he could use a couple of more things. Then it's time for their final encounter with the Ender Dragon. As they go, ah! As when they're all blasted back really hard and they really are fighting, they hear a giant roar. A roar! And it's Christian on top of an Ender Dragon. And everyone's shocked. They're like, how did he get an Ender Dragon? As he's on top of an Ender Dragon, going, roar! As he goes, keep on shooting at it. As Jesse says, how the heck do you have an Ender Dragon? Wasn't that thing defeated? He goes, yeah, but there's more than one. There was an egg. I have the egg. Remember that egg from the contest? That was real. You didn't believe it. He says, keep on going! As he keeps on shooting bows at its eyes. As Jesse gets inside of it, as Christian pulls out a netherite gauntlet and just shoots a beam at it, going, as he keeps on lights beam in it. As he pulls out as he throws down these black things, which Endermen come out of, he says, Enderman eggs, perfect. Enderman spawners. As tons of Endermen start beating down on him. As he keeps on launching, and Jesse would finally destroy the core with the death of Reuben. But when Reuben's about to fall, We're gonna keep Ruben in the story, people. Christian's Ender Dragon lifts him up, going, "Mm." As the Ender Dragon caught Ruben before it got hurt too much. As Ruben gets down, but then, due to a terminal illness that he got from being inside the Wither, Ruben dies. That's just good for micro story mode for now. I'll just